Joe's lived here all his life, but he's not from around here. Street names are different, landmarks lie, and even money shows presidents he's never known. Some versions of Fort Wayne, Indiana are apocalyptical wastelands. Others harbor dark secrets. But when trouble strikes, Joe opens a trash can and tears a six-dimensional rift in reality. Inside lies a void where he glimpses the multiverse and rides unknown currents to another Fort Wayne, Indiana, hoping that this one may actually feel like home. With each crossing, his memories slip away. Only Nobuyuki, his shape-shifting Kitsune companion, remains constant, and they are hiding secrets about Joe's past that he may never remember. In a multiverse where the next trash can might lead to salvation or doom, Joe must find his way back before he forgets what home is. Middle-Aged Man in a Trash Can by William Bryan Johnson, published by Wild Rose Press, and available June 25th, 2025. Pre-orders are now available. And welcome to Tiki Man and the Viking podcast. This is the Viking. In the next several episodes, we will be talking with attendees and speakers who are at OWFI. Enjoy, and go read a book.
So we're here at OWFI 25 with Mark McCraw. Mark, thanks for hanging out with us. You are a writer.
Yes.
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 Have you got any books published?
I have 11 books published, and I'm in 3 anthologies.
Fantastic.
Nice.
And your genre is?
Children's fiction.
YA, middle grade?
Elementary from pre-K all the way to 5th.
Wow, fantastic. Why do you come to OWFI?
Well, to polish some of the skills that I need. And I try to find those specific sessions that really relate to what I'm doing. So I kind of find point.
Hopefully we're not taking away from anything.
Oh, no. No, I had one great session on poetry, so I was excited about
Fantastic.
What made you decide to write for younger children?
One, I'm an ex-elementary school teacher and a military veteran, and I try to share those experiences with children, and a lot of theme-related books and things of that nature. So,
How do you find them to be receptive to the military aspect? And do they have this romanticized feeling of it? Do you tell them the nitty-gritty of it? How do you approach that connection?
Really, just talk to them. I usually have a veteran hat on or something that shows that I'm a veteran. We talk a lot in my books about being a veteran, so I share. But I never not include the other children who are not military.
Okay.
I always try to make sure the story relates to both the military and non-military.
Okay.
So.
Well, go ahead and describe your favorite book that you've done so far.
My favorite book? That's always hard to pick your favorite book.
What's your favorite kid?
Yeah.
I would have to say Babbling Betty, because Babbling Betty is using the letter B, using alliteration.
Okay.
And Babbling Betty gets in trouble. So she goes to the library a lot, but she goes to class and she's so excited about books that she ends up getting in trouble because she's always babbling.
Mm.
And I use a lot of stories that I had as a child, and also that she has in the story, so that where she's babbling. So,
what are you currently working on?
I am currently working on a 4th and 5th grade adventure book right now for a young girl that's a character in the story, and then I'm also working on a 2nd grade book, which hopefully will come in after that. I'm working with an illustrator right now from the Ukraine.
Wow, fantastic. Now, you do some in-house or in-school talks?
Yes.
Kids?
Yes, I go to daycares and elementary schools.
Wow.
I also go to special needs centers. So just basically, I try to go, especially with the daycares. A lot of daycares have never seen an author, and so it's a lot of fun sitting down with the 2-year-olds and and all of that, the different grade levels, and just sharing the stories with them. And of course, with 2-year-olds, you have a short attention span, so I use a lot of props.
Really?
I use a lot of props.
I think the same can be said for writers as well, too. Writers have a short attention span. You need props. That's fine.
Yeah, the props is very important with that age, and it's short and sweet with them. So
And when did you start writing? Did you start writing when you were in the military, or was that after?
No, actually, I started writing in 2021,
Okay.
and it was around 2015 that I actually started seeing a lot of different authors. I was a teacher's aide. I started going and asking questions, but it was later on in life that I started writing books, and I started using all those experiences from the different jobs I had, and then relating to the children,
Yeah.
plus stories that I had. So I typically take the books and I use them from like the grandparents, being the grandparent, and then using it as a legacy. So I'll write for each child and each grandchild. I start writing a book, and each one is dedicated. Not all of them, but most of them are dedicated to my children or grandchildren.
That's nice. That's nice. Now we can understand, it's easy to see what your type of writing does for the kids. What does your type of writing do for you?
For me, it really opens up a lot of doors because my passion is military dependence. That's where I started. And I had the opportunity recently to do that. I actually donated a lot of books to the military dependents. To me, that's very important. It's not, I mean, obviously we want to sell books, but that's not the whole purpose of why I'm doing what I'm doing. I want to make a difference in the lives of children. And so my mantra is literacy, learning, and legacy. Those are really the three things that I really focus on the most.
Fantastic.
Where can people find your books?
They can find them at www.markmccraw.com, markmccraw.com.
Okay.
You can find them on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million. I also do ebooks and audibles and Kindles.
Fantastic. Now, after the end of this OWFI weekend, what would you like to be able to say and look back on and say that you got out of this?
I would like to say that the skills that I've learned, that I apply those skills. So like when I'm, for instance, I was just in the poetry one, writing down all these notes and really trying to focus on what they're saying. And I'm actually have helped a lot by going to conferences because I can take what I've learned from there and then apply it to future books and the way I want to do things. And I gain that knowledge through the instructors that teach us some of the better ways of doing things, some new things, and maybe some things that are old that I might want to change or whatever.
Excellent. Well, I think that many writers that are here attending will probably say something similar, getting something out of it and looking back on the weekend saying, checking off a few boxes on their list. Thanks for visiting with us, Mark. We appreciate it.
Hey, thanks a lot. I appreciate you having me.
You got it. Take care.
Thanks.
And what do we always say?
We always end any interview with something, read a book. Read a book. Read a book. And especially kids, adults as well, too.
Absolutely.
Read a book. Thanks, Mark.
All right, thanks.
Tiki Man and the Viking Podcast brought to you by Rumination of Thunder Media. The following intro and outro music was used for this media project. The music Find Them by Alexander Nakrata. Free download from filmmusic.io. License Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 International.